Okay. Okay, so we have to start with the master record of accounts receivable first. First, I will show you the business example. The accounting manager is looking for similarities and differences between the general ledger accounts and the sub-ledger accounts. What is sub-ledger account? General ledger account we did yesterday, yeah? And what is sub-ledger account? No, but what it is representing? It's representing customer and vendor master account. Okay, master record. Customer and vendor accounts are also called the sub ledger accounts. Okay. Yes, general ledger accounts we did yesterday, and customer and vendor accounts are also called sub ledger accounts. Okay, he is interested in the structure of the customer and vendor accounts. Above all, he wants to know what options the search help gives him. So yesterday when we were doing general ledger account, I told you that general ledger account has got two segments, yeah, chart of account segment and company code segment. Chart of account segment is created at client level and company code segment is created at company code level. So today accounts receivable. So first of all, we have to know how many segments in are included in the master data of the customer, or in the master record of the customer. This is the accounting view of the customer or vendor account. In the accounting view of the customer or vendor account, there are two segments. One is called general data, the second is called company code segment. Yeah, general data and company code segment. General data is created at client level and company code segment is created at company code level. Now this is not the uh, complete view of the customer or vendor account. The reason is because there are three full segments. There are three segments uh, in the customer or vendor master record. The third segment, according to the sales and distribution for the customer, is called sales area segment. Similarly, for vendor master record, the third segment is called the purchasing area segment. I will go down and show you. This is the sales view of the customer account. You can see is general data is will be created at client level, and now you can see the sales area segment, yeah, which is important for the SD module, or you can say SD consultant is responsible to create this segment. For accountants, they will just create two segments, general data and company code segment, and the master record of the customer or vendor can be functional without sales area segment. Even if there is no sales area segment created, you can still use the customer or vendor master data. Sales, we need the sales area segment when we need to process the transaction in the sales and distribution module. Then we need the sales area segment. Otherwise, we do not need that. We are doing FI training, so we will create only two segments, general data and company code segment. Similarly, for vendor account, there is another segment which is called purchasing organization segment besides general data and company code segment. Purchasing organization segment or purchasing area segment, we need this we purchase when we purchase in module, in materials management module. So we need this segment. This segment is the responsibility of consultant. Okay, consultant will fill the details for the purchasing organization segment and then can use that vendor account. Uh, Otherwise, with general data and company code segment, the vendor master record can be used. Now, also you have to remember, uh, general data, if you create two segments according to the accounting view, general data and company code segment, so this is called the the creation of customer or vendor master data decentralized. Yeah, we use the word decentralized. Yeah, but if you create a customer or vendor master record with complete all three segments, that will be called centralized customer or vendor master record. Okay, yesterday when we were creating general ledger accounts, so you noticed that there was a word called centrally. Yeah, centrally we were creating the general ledger account yesterday centrally. Okay, because that was a complete general ledger master record. If you are creating only two segments for customer or vendor, that will be called decentralized. If you do all three segments, that will be called centralized. Is this clear? Okay. Okay, now I am going to create first customer or customer master record according to the plan. Okay, and as I told you, three segments, yeah, in total: general data, company code segment, and sales area segment. Now the transaction codes will also be different to create the master record centralized or decentralized. What is the transaction code to go into the implementation screen? SPRO. Click on SAP reference IMG and now go to financial accounting, accounts receivable and accounts payable. Click on customer accounts, click on master data and preparations for creating customer master data, and you have the first option, define account groups with screen layout. If you remember that when we created the general ledger account, there was also the option for account group, and we created four account groups: assets, liability, expense and revenue. Similarly, we also have an example for customer master data for the account groups. So any uh, any example you have in your mind for the customer account group, what type of account groups can be for the customers? Now if you execute this button, yeah, you will see several examples. Yeah, you can have the account group: sold to party, goods recipient, payer, bill to party, prospective customer, competitor, sales partner, domestic customer, foreign customer, one time customer. Okay, this domestic customer, all your domestic customers, for example, if it's a UK based company, all your customers within UK will be under this account group, which is called domestic customer. If the customer is outside UK, then it will be foreign customer. One time customer is if, for example, the customer is not coming back. Yeah, it's just one time that he comes and purchases an item from your company, and he's not gonna come back again. He's not a regular customer of your business. Then that type of customer will be under one time customer account group. So you have several examples. Yeah, so I will perhaps suggest you to create three account groups: domestic customer, foreign customer and one time customer, and all our customers will be will come under these account groups. Is that clear? Yeah. Okay, if I go back first, before I create the customer account group, I want to show you that you have a word called screen layout. Okay, yesterday you remember that we created the field status variant for GL accounts, yeah, for GL accounts. Now this is the second name for the field status variant, which is called screen layout. Either you call field status variant or you call screen layout. This is exactly the same thing. Okay, sometimes SAP uh, mentions field status, sometimes as somewhere SAP mentions screen layout. Yeah, you don't need to confuse with these terms. Yeah, what is screen layout, what is field status? These are exactly the same, almost the same. Okay, so now you have a flexibility to, when you will create the account group, you don't need to create field status separately, uh, unlike GL account master data. Yeah, because you have the option that you can choose screen layout on the same option where you will create the account group. But unlike GL account, you have to create the number ranges separately. Yeah, which is the option here. Yeah, you have to create the number ranges for the customer master record separately, unlike GL account, because when you create the assets you have the option for number ranges. Yeah, 1000 to 199, if you remember. Yeah, so we created the account group and then we assigned the number ranges in front of the account group. But here it's different. Yeah, here account group is with the screen layout, but the number range option is different. Execute, and now click on new entries for the customer account group. Click on that and you will notice this is the option field status. Now inside the screen SAP has mentioned field status, outside it is mentioning screen layout. Okay, so you should not be confused. Yeah, so screen layout or field status, as I told you, almost the same thing. Account group, you have to choose 4-digit number or 4-digit alphanumeric key for the account group. um, let's say the account group is, as your, you can choose a the similar name as your company code is, let's say FO51, and give the name domestic customers. Write the company code in front of the name, and now I will show you the field status. As I told you, there are three segments: general data, company code data, sales data. So you can control the fields of these segments. Yeah, for example, you will have the same option. If you remember what are the field, what is the field status, you remember yesterday you saw suppressed, required and optional. Yeah, yeah, similarly you will have the same options in the customer master data. If you click on the general data, okay, in the general data you have several options: address, communication control. These are the buttons, or you can say these are the pages. Yeah, now under these pages there will be fields. If you double click on address, so these are the fields: name, form. Now what you want to do, you want to suppress them, you want a required entry, you want an optional, you have a display option today, display option here as well, which is an additional field status, unlike GL account. GL account does not have this option. So we have a display, and the highest to lowest priority is that suppress is the highest priority, display is the second lowest, and required is the third lowest, and optional entry is the lowest priority. Yeah, so it's basically, yesterday the highest to lowest priority was suppress, required entry and optional entry, but now today we have a fourth field status which is called display. So when there is a display, so this will come after suppress. So now it will be suppress, display, required entry and optional entry. This is the highest to lowest priority. So, and this button is the is to go to the next page. If you click on that, so you have several fields. Any field you don't need to show, so you can suppress it. Okay, and any field which is very important and you want that the value should be input, so you can choose required entry radio button. Similarly, you can have a look on the company code segment. I will suggest you keep the standard settings as they are. In case you don't, you have to do something according to the client's requirement, then you need to change the field status. Otherwise, you can keep the same settings as you can see on the screen. You don't need to change the field status here. Okay, so this is the first account group I'm going to create for domestic customers. Yeah, save and change the request. Yeah, if you see that this description is not for your company code, so change the request by click on this button and choose the one for your company code. Continue, and now the data was saved. Similarly, create the second account group, click on new entries and give the 4-digit number or 4-digit alphanumeric key. This time you can give FO52 foreign customers. Save, go back and click on new entries and choose the third one, FO53 one time, and tick this button one time account. Tick this button one time account and save. Okay. Uh, After that, after creating these three segments, go back and as I told you, you have to create number ranges separately. Now click on create number ranges for customer accounts. Execute. Go to intervals. Now you will notice already number ranges are there because we copied from the company code 2000, and some of the number ranges are already used by other users, yeah, other users on the same client, under the same client. Yeah, so the thing is, as I told you yesterday, the number ranges can be overlapped in the case of general ledger accounts, but the number ranges cannot be overlapped in the customer or vendor master accounts. So the number ranges cannot be overlapped here, and I believe all the all type of uh, all type of number ranges or all type of numbers are already have already been used or have already been taken by the other students. So there is no combination which I can show you, but I will show you in case, yeah, if you have to create a number range yourself, you don't want to use the existing number range, so you have a button called here insert interval. If you click on this button and let's say you want to create something, yeah, so you can give the number here, let's say here 15, yeah, like 15, and from number 500101 and 500500. As I told you, number ranges cannot be overlapped, so you will have the message interval already available. And if you try any different number, so now you will have the message enter intervals without overlap. Otherwise, this is the method that you can insert your own number range and give the number, give the range, and then click on insert interval, and this interval you can display here on this screen. Now we need number range, so what we can do, we can take the existing number ranges. That is no problem. Even if we are unable to create a number range, we can choose the existing number range, and existing number range, let's choose Okay, let's choose uh, A1, A2 and A3. Yeah, why I am choosing three number ranges? Because I have created three different customer account groups. So each number range will be for each customer account group. Now another thing to remember, that there are two types of number ranges you can create. One is called internal number range and the second is called external number range. Internal number range means that the system will generate the next number available automatically. Yeah, for example, if you have created 52400, yeah, the first one will be 52400, the second one will be 52401 if you are using the internal number range. But if you are using the external number range, as you can see here, that the external ext means external. Yeah, if you tick this button, so the number range will be external, but you have to choose the number uh, from this range 52600 to 526999. You cannot choose any number outside this range. Okay, you have to give manually yourself. The system will not generate itself. You will be the one who will give the number yourself between this number range. Also, the one thing to be noted, that you can the external number range can be alphanumeric. Yeah, if you want the alphanumeric number range, then you have to create a number range like this. Yeah, as you can see, from A to ZZZZ. Yeah, and this is external. So external means like you can give your name. Yeah, you can give your name, for example, bio 1234. Yeah, so you can give the number range yourself. This is the possibility with the external number range, not with the internal number range. So as I told you, I'm gonna use A1, A2 and A3. In the example of A3, the number range cannot be alphanumeric because you are already selected the range 52600 to 526999. So in this case, the number range cannot be overlapped. If you want the number range should be alphanumeric, so you have to give the alphabets. Okay, so now we have to assign these numbers A1, A2 and A3 in front of the account groups we have created. Go back. Yes. Go back and click on assign number ranges to customer account groups. Execute. Go to position and choose the account F401. So these account groups you have created. Yeah, so now you have to assign the number ranges. So give A1, A2, A3 and then save. Okay, so just remember, go back and just display the number ranges, and you will notice the next number in line will be the number of for your customer account group. Okay, for example, the current number is 52414. So when you will create, your customer will be 52415. Okay, so now we are fully ready to create a customer master record decentralized with two segments, general data and the company code segment. Create a new session, leave this as it is, and now I am in the SAP Easy Access screen. I'm in the SAP Easy Access screen and working as an end user, and it's not an implementation, it's now the creation of customer master data. Click on accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, master records, create. The transaction code is FD01. Double click on that. Choose the account group. Click on this button and look for the account group which you have created. You created domestic customers, yeah, and domestic customer FO01. That's the account group you created. Select this one, select the company code, and the company code is FO01, and then click this button, continue. And you will be on this screen, yeah. As I told you, we are going to create a customer master data according to the accounting view. So in the accounting view you can see two segments, yeah. The first one is general data, yeah. So for the general data we have to give the title first. Let's say give the company and give the name of the company which is your customer. So your company is Ford, yeah. So Ford will have the customer. Which customer can be for Ford? um, okay, let's say Ford will have the customer A1 Motors, yeah. A1 Motors which buys from Ford and sell the cars, you know. And choose the search term. You can search term means if there is a long list for the customer, so how would you like to search this customer? So let's say you mention A1 Motors UK. Give the street or house number, let's say Romford Road, and house number or shop number is 50. Postal code IG 15 3RF. City London. Country GB. Region will be Greater London, and for Greater London we use LO. And similarly you can give other details as well. Now you can go to the control data, and in the account control option you have an option vendor, yeah. This option we normally use if the customer is your vendor and vendor is also your customer at the same time. So you can give the vendor master account number here, yeah. So the clearing will be done with the vendor, yeah. If you have to pay to the vendor and the customer is also your vendor and the customer has to pay you, so this will be cleared itself, yeah. Like you have to pay vendor and the vendor as a customer has to pay you, so this will be cleared, you know. Okay, click on payment transactions is the third tab. Here you can give the bank details of the customer. Marketing, you can give further information for the customer, like classification. It's like a Nielsen ID. Nielsen ID means which region of for the customer. So you can choose East London. Customer classification, these are the extra information which if your client wants to give this information, so you can ask the client, you can tell the client that this is the you know, information which is available in SAP system. So if you want, so industry, you can give the you know, industry of the customer, which industry the customer belongs to. So let's say you can choose from here. If you can't see that, you can even create one, yeah. Yeah, okay, manufacturer, no, retail, yeah, because it's a retail, yeah. It's we are actually a manufacturer. Okay, so this is a retail, so choose retail. And also you can give the annual sales of the customer. For example, what was the last sale of the customer? So this information you can have from the account statements of the customer. Let's say if the customer has 100,000 pound in 2012, and how many employees your customer has 1,000 in 2012. And the fiscal year variant, this is optional. Legal status, what is the legal status of the customer? Is it it's a limited company? Unloading points, here you can give the unloading points where basically because it's a customer, so if you have to ship the items to the customer, so you can give the unloading points, department, good receiving hours. So these are the information which you can give. Or basically it's not your job, you can just actually train the end users that these are the options available in SAP system, and the end users will fill these details themselves. Export data, this is the export data if the customer is a foreign one. Contact person, here you can give the contact person, and is his home address, his visiting hours, his partner function, and further data. And you can give any number here. um, for example, any name here, and choose the department. Click on the department, and which department the customer will belong to, sales or purchasing. Okay, Bio, do you agree with Santosh? Yes, that's good. The customer, yeah, will be from purchasing side, yeah, and the function will be the head of purchasing, or any you can give the function head of purchasing, personal manager, whatever you like. So choose head of purchasing. So these are the information which is not mandatory, but this is extra information which you can also navigate yourself. What are the other options available? Okay, but the information which is important is the name and the street address, and also the mandatory information will be in the company code segment. Now I will proceed to company code segment. That is a general data which is created at client level, and you know, when the data is created at client level, can be seen through other companies as well. Yeah, or you can say the data which is created at client level is valid for all the companies, for all the company codes. Yeah, but the information which is given in the company code segment is only related to that particular company code, not for other company codes. Tick this button. Give the reconciliation account. Yeah, that will be the same reconciliation account which we created yesterday. If you click on this button, and the system will detect automatically. The system has detected 1500. Do you remember we created this reconciliation account yesterday, GL account? Yeah, so why we need this GL account? Because GL account is the one which records the transaction. Okay, when you do this sales ledger, when you do sales with this customer, so the postings will be recorded in this account, in this GL account 1500, which is a reconciliation account. We have further option interest and default data for tax reports. Proceed to payment transactions. So we don't need to give the information here unless we study the topic. Yeah, so we keep updating the customer master data when we read other topics as well. For example, terms of payment, payment method, house bank. So we will keep giving the information and update the customer master data. Similarly, in correspondence, we give the Dunning procedure and the bank statement correspondence. So we give this information as we proceed in our training. Now click on save button, and the customer 52413 has been created. Yeah, okay. Here at the moment 52414 has been created. I believe that somebody missed 52413, otherwise should be 52415, but it's no problem. You don't have to confuse here. 52413 is in the same number range. Yeah, 52400 to 524999. So that's what we have created the domestic customer, first domestic customer. Okay, 52413 has been created. Now we proceed to the foreign customer. We create one foreign customer, and now choose from here account group first. I'm using the same transaction code FT01. So foreign customer F401. Yeah, and now click on continue. Click on company, and now give the name of the company. Okay, let's say the name of the company can be German Motors. Okay, and give the search term German, and give the street or house name Berlin Road, anything, 80, and give the city Berlin. Country Germany actually is written with DE. Yeah, GB is Great Britain, and Germany, for Germany we use the term DE. And for Berlin, click on that and have a look what we use for 11. Yeah, 11. Similarly, if it is 11, so something like 11, you can choose the postal code information. Now the other information you can give in the same way as you gave for the first customer, but I will say that all the information for a customer will be in your hand when you will be creating the customer master data in the company. Otherwise, the mandatory information is reconciliation account. So go to company code data, click on that, and give the reconciliation account. Click on this button, and 1500 the same reconciliation account. Save. So this is the foreign customer 52512. 52512 again. 52512 was available, that's why the system has not created the next one, because 52512 was available. Now one time customer we have to create. Click on account group, and this time you have to give the number range yourself, because you are using external number range. Even if you try to click on that, the system will give you the error. Yeah, account group one time customer uses external number assignment. Specify an account number. So now you have to give the account number, which should be within 52600 to 52699. Yeah, you don't know which number range is the next available. Yeah, so you can try first 5 to 600. 5 to 6. Okay, yeah, I will suggest you 5 to 620. Choose the one 5 to 620. Enter. Okay, yeah, general data already exists. Yes, so somebody else with the one-time customer BM01 has already chosen this number range, and now you have to do it again, and now choose, you can choose 625, enter. So 625 is available. Yeah, because it's one-time customer. Yeah, we normally do not give any title or name for the one-time customer. Just give the country GB and give the reconciliation account. That's mandatory. And one thing I will show you, click on that and choose the 1500. Save. So you have created one-time customer 52625 has been created. So this is how we can create the customer master record. Is that clear? Okay. Okay. Okay, I will proceed to the accounts payable, and as I explained earlier on, that for accounts payable we will have this, will have again three segments, but this time the third segment will be purchasing area segment, which will be created by the consultant, and the transaction code will be different. Okay, now first you have to configure for the vendor master record. So go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and go to financial accounting, accounts receivable and accounts payable, vendor accounts, master data, preparations for creating vendor master data, and you have an option defined account groups with screen layout. Execute and create new entries. The same, you have to create the three account groups. The first one will be the domestic vendor, foreign vendor, and one-time vendor. So choose FO FO61 and give the name domestic vendor, FO01, and the field status is again the same. You will have the four options. Click on general data, address. Again you will have the four options: suppress, required entry, optional entry, and display. So you don't need to change the standard settings unless you have to do a particular field, suppress, make a field per suppress, required entry, optional entry, or display. Save. So the first account group has been created. Go back, create new entries, and choose FO62, and the second one will be foreign vendors, and save. New entries, and the third one will be FO63, one-time vendors, and tick this button, one-time account, as you did in the customer master record. Save. Now you have to create number ranges. Create number ranges for vendor accounts. Execute. Click on intervals and choose the existing one. As I told you, the students have already choose already taken every type of combination. Yeah, I have tried to find something different, but I believe that every type of combination has already been chosen by the students. Okay, I'm gonna choose L1, L2 and L3, yeah, for my vendor account groups. Yeah, these number ranges, these existing number ranges I'm gonna choose. Yeah, so I will keep it like this, and I'm gonna work on this second one. Okay, L1, L2 and L3, go back and assign, yeah, assign number ranges to vendor account groups. Click on position and choose FO61 and assign the number ranges L1, L2, L3 and then save. Now you are fully prepared to create a vendor account group. So go back. Okay, you can keep the number ranges in front of you because I want to see the one-time account L1. Okay, so these are our number ranges. Now go to the another session and come out from this screen, and now I'm in the SAP Easy Access screen. Now go to the accounting. I'm working as an end user. Click on financial accounting, accounts payable, master records, create. The transaction code is FK01. Double click on that and choose the account group. Click on this button and choose the account group. Our account group is FO61. FO61 domestic vendors. Double click on that. Uh, Additionally, you can see this reference field. Yeah, basically this is for the copy purposes. Yeah, if you have already created a vendor master record as a sample, yeah, as a sample, and you want to use that sample to create a new vendor master record, then you can use that. Yeah, you can give the vendor number and the company code, and the information will be copied. Okay, so that it will save your time to fill the fields again again and again. It's better to have a sample vendor master record or customer master record in hand, and then you can use that as a reference to create a new vendor master record. So this is for this purpose. Now after giving company code and account group, click on enter button. Give the title company, and your vendor can be um, your vendor can be Morrison's, yeah, Morrison's UK Limited, and the search term can be Morrison's, and okay, can you see this tick sign? Yeah, 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 some student actually has made this field required. Yeah, Some student has made this field required, search term 1 and search term 2. So if the field is required, then you will see this tick sign, yeah, tick sign button. So give here, let's say give here Morrison's again. Now give the street or house number. You can give the street or house number, London Road, and give 65. Postal code can be Santosh. Yeah, it's a lot of noise. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's better. Give the postal code and city, and then country is GB, region yellow, and further you can give other options. Yeah, its screen is little bit different because in customer master record you have buttons here, yeah, on the top, but in vendor master record you just have two buttons here, and previous screen or next screen. So click on next screen, and you can have the same option that if your customer is also your vendor and vendor is your customer, then you can give the number of the customer here. Click next. Here you can give the bank details of the vendor. Here you can give the contact person of the vendor side. um, any name you can give here. um, and you can choose the department. Yeah, which department this time will be for the vendor side? Purchase or sales? Yeah, sales. Yeah. Bio, do you agree? Yeah. Yeah. So choose the sales and choose the function of the contact person. Click on that, and this is head of sales. Or you can choose personal assistant, anything you like. Yeah. Choose visiting hours and partner details. Otherwise, click next screen. And now you have to give the reconciliation account, which is the important part. Double click on that, and you can see tick sign. Yeah, when there is a tick sign, it means the field is a required entry. Yeah. GL account 2500 we created yesterday, so it means the postings for this vendor will go into this GL account. The postings will be recorded in this GL account, which is in the balance sheet. Next screen. Okay, further when we go, you know, go from topic to topic, so we come back on the vendor master data and update some of the information, for example, payment terms, payment methods, and but for this time we will just keep this information, and this is enough to create vendor master record. Click save. Okay, so vendor was created in company code FO01. Yeah, and you can also have a look on the number ranges. Okay, 624509 actually was the current number, but 506 was available, so that's why the system has chosen 624506. Similarly, we can create the second customer, which is domestic FO62. Enter title company, and we can choose here, let's say Puccio. Okay, you can give the address, city Paris, and country will be France for FR, and the region will be, I believe, 78, I guess. 75, yeah, Paris. And postal code can also start with 75. Click on next screen, next, next. Now give us the reconciliation account. The rest of the information is not required, and if any information is important, the client will let you know. If you have this message, yeah, so we have to fix this issue, yeah, because I believe that some of the students while doing practice has made some of the data sensitive. So this message should not be coming up. Click on FO63, which is one-time vendor, and you know one-time vendor is using the external number assignment. If you click on that, you can notice that this is external number assignment the vendor is using. So you can give the range number from the range 64700 to 64799. So let's say give here 64725 and enter. Okay, this is available. You just have to give the again, this is a required entry which is not looking good, so I will do something with that. Click on next, next, next. Okay, and give the reconciliation account 2500, and which is important, you know, and then save it. So vendor was created in company code FO01. So that's how we can create the customer and vendor master record. So is there any question? Okay, well, okay, that's good. I will proceed to bank master data. Okay, which is our which is another master record. Come out from the screen. /n means exit, yeah, it's a command basically to come out from the screen. /n, if you write /n, so you will be exit and come back on the SAP easy access screen. Okay, click on go to SPRO and click SAP reference IMG and click on financial accounting. You have option here bank accounting. Click on that. Click on bank accounts and define house banks. Now there is one thing very different in the bank master data from the customer and vendor or GL accounts, and that is that you can also create the master record within the same screen where you do the configuration. You don't need to go to the SAP easy access screen. You have both options. Even in the SAP easy access screen you have the option. If you go, I show you before I configure the bank record. Banks, yeah, banks master data, bank master data, create. You have this option, but you don't need this option if you create the bank master record within the same screen where you define house banks. If you execute this button and verify the company code F401. Continue. So you have the option here, bank accounts. Yeah, you can also create the bank master account from this within this screen. You don't need to come on this screen and create a master record. That's the difference. Yeah, if you want to create a master record from here, so you just have to configure the house bank, then come out from the implementation screen and go to the easy access screen and then create the master record for the bank. I will show you to create the bank master record within the same screen because this will save your time. Now at the moment on your screen you can see the house bank 2400, which we haven't created, but basically this house bank was copied from the company code 2000. We don't need this house bank because we will create our own house bank. So delete this house bank by click on this button. Delete, and when you delete, so you must have to save the settings. Click on save. Okay, now click on new entries because we are going to define our own house bank. Click on new entries, and here you can give the name of the house bank or number of the house bank, and maximum it can be 5-digit number or 5-digit alphanumeric key. So which bank do you like? I mean, which bank do you like? Okay, Lloyd's. Yeah, so let's say I'm gonna create the Lloyd's one. Yeah, I will say LL OY1. Yeah, bank country will be GB. Bank key basically is the sort code. Yeah, and sort code is always 6-digit number if you are working in Great Britain. Yeah, it can be different if you are working outside UK. So we will give 6-digit numbers for the bank key. So give any 6 numbers and then click on create button. So now you have to give the information, complete information, bank name, Lloyd's Bank, region, Greater London, street, let's say Regent Street, no, okay, Hanover Street, city, London, bank branch, Hanover Street. Now you notice the bank key and the bank number are the same. I was working in a company, and in that company the bank key and the bank number were different. Yeah, if this is the business scenario that the bank key and the bank number should be different, then you can do this setting. Yeah, but this setting is done in SAP NetWeaver through SAP NetWeaver. So I will show you while we create the bank master data. So I'm going to show you at the same time, in case if your bank key and the bank number should be different. So how can you do that? I'm in the implementation screen. Go to SAP NetWeaver, click on general settings, and click on set countries, and go to set country specific checks. Execute, and go to position, click on GB, double click on that. Now you can see the bank account number is 8. Yeah, maximum value length without gaps, and you have chosen the bank key number 1, bank number. Click on this button, and you can see you can change from here, assign internally or assign externally. If you choose assign externally, so then you can change, you can give a different bank number from the bank key. Otherwise, if you are choosing number one, so it means bank key and the bank number will be the same. Many of the people do not know this option, yeah, but I was working on the project, and that was the real problem, aroused during that project, because that was a European company, and they told me the bank that in their country, bank key and the bank number are different, yeah. And what is the practice in UK? I told the bank key and the bank number here are the same. So anyways, this problem was fixed by the bank itself. The bank manager told, yes, the bank key and the bank number here are the same in SAP system. So then we choose this setting, bank key, bank number are the same numbers. Otherwise, if this is a business scenario, they can be different. So you have to choose assign externally and then give the number yourself. Otherwise, you will notice that you cannot change actually the bank number, because this has been copied from the bank key. Here you can give the Swift code if you have in hand. Otherwise, click on this address button, further addresses, where you can give the full address for the bank. Okay, you can give you don't need title, just give the name of the bank, Lloyd's Bank, search term Lloyd's, and street or house number, you can give the same, Hanover Street, and give the number 50. Postal code, give any postal code, city London, country GB, region LO, and then continue, So if you click on address button now, so you can see the address has been copied. We have to EDI partner profiles and data medium exchange basically are the very huge topics, yeah. This is very technical side, and you have to work with the you can have to work with the ABAP consultant, but it depends upon the project, and most of the information will be given to you by the bank, how you have to set the data medium exchange. Basically, this is for electronic purpose, yeah. If you have to download the bank statement electronically, or you have to do the transactions electronically, then you need to set the data medium exchange, and EDI means electronic data electronic data interchange. So you have to fill this information. If you are doing manually, payment through the checks, so you don't need this option. Or if you are paying through the bank, online banking, if you're not using SAP system for online banking, then again you don't need them. Now this information this is the configuration, yeah. Even if I click on the save button, the information will be fine, and further I can proceed through the easy access screen then, yeah. As I told you, we have the option in the easy access screen, we can create the bank master record from F501. But if you want to save the time and you want to create the bank account within the same screen, then double click on that. Now this is there is no data, so click on new entries, and you will have the information. Account ID means whether it's a current account, it's a saving account, what type of account it is. So you mention here it's a current account. Just mention CURR, give the description, Lloyd's Bank current account, give the bank account number, yeah. Now bank account number, in UK is 8-digit number, so it starts with 0, yeah. So give here 0, any number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So give the 8-digit number. Now choose the currency GBP, and here you have to give the GL account. GL account will be the one in which the transactions will be recorded, yeah, or posted. uh, you remember that in the customer or vendor account we gave the reconciliation account. Similarly, for the bank master record we need a GL account in which the transactions will be posted. And if you remember, we have already created the GL account for the bank. If you click on this button and have a look on the list which we created yesterday. So we have bank account here which is 1100. Yeah, double click on that and you have chosen 1100. You don't need to give other information because most of the information you have already given. And now click save. So data was saved and you have created the house bank LLOY1. Now if you want to make sure that this has already been created, now you can click to change. Yeah, because create is FI01, change if FI02, display FI03. So you can go to display option, yeah, to make sure the bank master record has been created. Double click on that and give the bank country GB and give the bank key. The bank key will be the one, and the bank key, click on house, this is the bank key, yeah, copy and then paste and enter. So you see the bank has been created and you don't need to create. Also, if you click on that, you already have given all the information, address and everything. If you want to change anything, you can click on this change button. So you can change from here address or any information you want to give. So this is the bank master data. So is there any question? Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, I will proceed to uh, document control. Okay, now this is different topic from the bank master data. That's what we have finished. Now it's a new topic, document control. And okay, first you have to understand the document structure. uh, what what is the structure of the SAP document? Yeah, if it is a accounting document, if it is a sales order, if it is a purchase order document, so all these are documents basically. Every type of uh, document will have almost the same type of structure, and in that structure there are two levels. Yeah, one is called header level and the second is called item level. Okay, header level consists of document types, uh, date, fiscal year, periods, and other various options. Yeah, but the difference between header level and item level is the information which you will give on the header of the document will be valid for the entire document. Yeah, or you can say for all the items means item actually here is representing the material which you are selling to the customer, or the purchasing which you are basically buying from the vendor. In accounting side, the item can be GL accounts. Yeah, if you sell something, so you will use the sales account, yeah, so that sales account will come at item level. Okay, item can also be, for example, you have to pay the electricity bill, yeah, so now electricity uh, bill, gas bill, water bill are the items, yeah, are the items, and the vendor information, date, uh, period, these information, this information will be given at header level, yeah, because if vendor information will be given, it means vendor for all the items for electricity, water and gas are the is the same. Okay, so the just remember the information which is given at header level will be valid for the entire document or for all the items, but the information which will be given at item level will only be related to that particular item. It's nothing to do with the second item. Okay. I will also show you from the book. Okay, the SAP system works according to the document principle. A document is saved for every posting. The document remains as a complete unit in the system until it is archived. Every document is uniquely identified by the following fields: document number, company code, and fiscal year. Okay, this is different, yeah. Uh, okay, document header, yeah. A document header, information that applies to the entire document. Now, between 2 and 999 document items, information that applies to the line item only. Yeah, that's what I actually told you. Yeah, the same information you can read in the book. Okay, further, now what is which elements control the header of the document and which elements control the item of the document. Now, two important control keys: document type for the document header, posting key for the line items. Now, document type controls the document header and posting key controls the line items. Now, what is document type? Document type basically is two-digit number or two-digit alphanumeric key. First, I will show you a document first. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the document. For example, the customer invoice. Click on accounts receivable and click on document entry invoice. FB70 is the transaction code. So you notice this box. Yeah, this box which you can notice here, this is the header of the document. This is the header, and this is the another document, another box is the item, you know, item level. The information here you will give here as in the book from 2 to 999 items. Maximum you can give 999 items. So this is the item level of the document and this is the header level of the document. The information which you will give at header will be valid for the entire document, and the information which you will give at item level will be valid for all, only for that particular item. Now this is the document type. This is the document type. Now document type can be two-digit number or two-digit alphanumeric key. Mostly document type as we use standard one, yeah, because SAP has already provided us predefined document types, and SAP recommends that use the same document types which exists in the system. In case if you have to create your own document type, then you have the option to create your own document type as well. Okay, so I will show you the list for the document types which SAP has provided us. Click on SPRO, go to SAP reference IMG, and click on financial accounting, and go to financial accounting global settings, click on document, and click on document header, and the first option you have is define document types. Execute, and these are the document types for asset posting, accounting document. Now one thing to be noted, that you don't need to give the document type while you process the document, because you notice when I come on this screen, document type was already chosen by the system. Yeah, because the document type, there is a default setting in the system that document type will be chosen uh, by the system when we are in a particular transaction. Yeah, this topic actually we will read in our next one, default values. Yeah, that's a topic I will show you, where you will see what are the default values when we come on a particular screen. So some of the information will be the default information. For example, I come on this invoice and you notice the document type was and posting date and the period and the currency are the default values. Yeah, that the information which was defaulted with this transaction code or with this document. Yeah, so now what is document type? As I told you, document type controls the document header, and you can see this standard list of the document types. For example, DR. Yeah, DR is the customer invoice, which you can also see here. DR is the customer invoice. Now what is the function of the document types? Further, that is the question. So document types actually controls the number ranges for the document and the account types. Yeah, account types and the number ranges are controlled by the document type. Now if you double click on DR, either you select and click on details button, or you can double click on that and you will come on this screen. You can notice number range 18. Okay, and account types allowed. Now you can use this document type with the assets, with the customer, with the material, with the GL account. Okay, so these are the account types allowed. Also you have a control data, negative postings permitted, yeah, required during document entry. Now you can give, if you click on reference number and document header text, so it means that these fields will be required entry. Yeah, will be required entry. If you go back, you can see the reference field here. Yeah, if you tick the button reference, so it will be a required entry then. Mandatory, yes. Yeah, and the number range 18. Now what is 18 means? If you double click on number range information, so and give the company code F001, I believe the number ranges for accounting documents will be copied. You don't need to worry about the number range. Click on intervals and you notice the number ranges have been copied as well. Now one thing for the number ranges, yeah, number ranges are also select chosen by the SAP system. SAP has chosen that when you create the customer invoice, it will always start from 18, and this information you can find also in the PDF. That SAP has already give that if you do customer invoice, DR is the document type, so the number range 18, yeah, will be the standard number range which SAP has already chosen for you is 18. That first document we will create will start from 18,000 something like that. Yeah, if you click on that, now If you have got any error for the number range, like it doesn't exist, so it means the number range is not does not exist for your company code. So you make sure the number range should exist for your company code within the year, within the fiscal year. Okay, click on that and make sure that number ranges exist. 18 number range exist for 2013 or 2014. So you see 18 number 2013 and 2014 exist. Even it exists for 2015 as well. All these number ranges are copied from the company code 2000. If the number ranges are not copied, then you have to create manually by click on this button, insert interval. So we don't need to do anything here. 18. Further, the PDF gives you the information that if you process the GL account document, this will start from the number will be 01 and this will start from 1000, and the customer credit memo will always start from 16, vendor will start from 17. And also you notice the document type is also different, yeah, for every type of document. SA, DG, KG, DR, KR is for vendor invoice, it will always start from 19. So document type is the one which controls the number ranges and the account types, yeah. And this is the question which is repeated every time in the certification exam. Okay, so that's the header level of the document. Now item level is controlled by the posting keys. Now what is posting key? Posting key basically is used for debit or credit entry. Okay, and again, like document types, these posting keys are provided by SAP. Yeah, it is predefined. The posting keys are predefined in the SAP system. If you go to the line item, click on that and click on controls and click on define posting keys. If you execute this button, so you notice the posting key is the 2-digit number. Now for the invoice, yeah, invoice 01, the posting key is also controls the field status for the line items. It also controls the field status as well. Now if you want to have a look, double click on that and you can notice debit or credit entry. 01 is used for debit entry, account type is customer, yeah, and reversal posting key is 12. Sales related is special GL or payment transaction, uh, what type of transaction it is related to. Also you can maintain field status for the posting key. Click on that and you will have the option general data, additional account assignment. If you double click on general data, so you have the same option here, assignment number, text, what you want to do. You want to keep optional hedging, but this information is just for the item level, not for the header level. And I will show you, I will also again take you into the book for further explanation. Okay, document type controls the document header and is used to differentiate the business transactions to be posted. For example, vendor invoices, customer payments, and so on. Document types are defined at client level and are therefore valid for all company codes. So this document type is not only for your company code but for all the other company codes. The standard system is delivered with document types that can be changed or copied. Document types define the following: number ranges for document numbers, account types permitted for postings. Okay, document types also define the following: the field status of the document header field, document header text and reference number, whether invoices are posted with the net procedure. I've already showed you this. And further, we have already internal number, external number, we have already done that. Posting key, like document types, posting keys are defined at client level. In addition to the above mentioned control function, The posting key specifies the following: whether the line item is connected to a payment transaction or not. This information is required for analyzing the payment history and creating, okay, it is sales relevant. And further, for GL account, debit is posting key 40 and credit is posting key 50. For customer invoices, debit is posting key 1. As we can see here, we are already seeing 01, and that is for customers, yeah, debit. Yeah, the same information the book is giving you. For customer invoice, debit is posting key 01 and credit is posting key 50. For vendor invoices, credit is posting key 31 and debit is posting key 40. So if you want to have a look on the posting key 31, so you can double check, click on 31, and this is for vendor and this is the credit one, yeah. Okay, so and also you have the option maintain field status for the from the posting key. So this is the document structure. So is there any question here? Okay, I will proceed to the topic, another next topic, posting periods variant. Now this is another variant, like fiscal year variant and field status variant, yeah, which you have already seen, and you know the definition of the variant as well. That variant is created with three-step method: define the variant, determine the values to the variant, and assign the variant to the company code. Now we have to create the variant, posting period variant is important to open and close the posting period. Now this is the accounting practice in the businesses, that they open and close the period. They open those periods in which they have to post the transaction, and they close the periods, they can close the previous periods in which they don't want the users to post any document. They the manager can can avoid further postings in a period by closing it. Okay, if by mistake the accountant posts it, so this can make the things complicated later on, because if the manager already has got the total transactions in a particular month and he doesn't want that any further transaction should be done into that particular period, so he will tell the SAP consultant to close that period, yeah. So we need this variant, we need to configure this variant to use that for our company code. So in order to create the posting period variant, we go to SPRO. First close these options. Okay, go back, and I'm already in the IMG screen. Yeah, I'm already in IMG screen, and the menu path for the posting period is go to financial accounting, go financial accounting global settings, and go to document. Click on uh, okay, yeah, we have the options here, posting periods, yeah, document posting periods. Click on that and we have three options, yeah, three steps: define variant and determine the values and assign variants, yeah, the same step by step. So define variants first, execute, and posting period variant can be 4-digit number or 4-digit alphanumeric key. Click on new entries and choose the same variant as your company code is FO01. Just give the name posting period variant FO01 and then save it. Now go back and open and close posting periods, execute, and now this is the specify time intervals. Yeah, this is the time interval screen for the posting periods. You can within this screen you can open and close the posting period. Now I will suggest you to copy from the standard company code. It will be easier for you, and I will explain you how can you use this screen for open and close posting periods. First you just copy 0001. These are all the business transactions. uh, Copy, click on copy as, and this will be copy. Now you have to change the variant F001, which is your variant, F001, and then you can leave this blank. Yeah, you don't need this one. Okay, now I will explain you what is this account A, possible entries. Yeah, plus means valid for all account types, A means asset, D means customer, K vendor, material, GL accounts, contra accounts. Now you can open and close periods separately for each each individual, each processing. Like if it's a transaction related to customers, you just can close the period only for customers. You don't need to close the periods for all the other all other areas, for vendor, for material. So that's why you have different sections. Yeah, assets, customer, vendors, material, and GL accounts. So select all of them, and contra accounts, we don't need it here. If you need, so you can create for contra accounts as well. From account to account means, it means like space means, and ZZZ means all the accounts. Yeah, like the account mean like the customer account which you have created for your company codes. You don't need to give their numbers particularly. If you have chosen the setting like as I have chosen like ZZZZ, so it means all the accounts created in your company code will be selected automatically. Okay, from account to account. Now the third row which you can see is from period 1 to period. From period 1 means that our first period is starts from April. Yeah, so period 1 can be April, and 2 period means 12 means March, April to March 2013. Yeah, from April to March 2013 is open. And similarly, from period 2 actually is used for special periods. Yeah, if you remember that from 1 to 12 is the normal posting periods, but from 13 to 16 is for the special periods. Now you can also control the special periods for for open and close them. So from 13 of 2013 to period 16 of 2013 is open. It means this is valid till March 2014. Okay, if I write here 2014, now how many years are open? How many years are open now? 2 years, yes. Bio, do you agree? Yeah. 14, 2 years. Yeah, but how can you explain this? That 2000, from March 2013, like 12th period of 12th period of 2013 will fall in 2014, and the 12th period of 2014 will fall in 2015. So it means 2 years are open. Yeah, because the period 12 of 2014 will be March 2015. So 2 years are open. So now this is period 10. Yeah, this is period 10. So now if I enter here, let's say if I enter here 8. So what I have closed, I have closed 8 periods. Yeah, you can no longer post any document in the period of November. Okay, you can post in December, but you cannot post in November now. From April to November, you cannot post that. If you have to post any document in from April to November, this will go into the special periods. Yeah, this you because special periods are no special periods will be selected when we will be in the last period. Yeah, okay. So I have closed period till November. Yeah, I have closed. Okay. And now press enter. I will show you how does that work when we start posting the documents. Yeah. At the moment, I'm just showing you the configuration of the posting period and save it. So that's how we can create the posting period variant. And now last step is to assign the posting period variant to the company code. Execute and go to position and FO01, and now assign the variant here FO01 and save it. So that's how we can define and assign the posting period variant. Is there any question? Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they are closed, and when we start posting the documents here on this topic, yeah, so I will show you how does posting period works. Yeah, okay. So the topic is still in continue. Yeah, this topic is I have just showed you the configuration, but how will you use this variant in processing the documents? That's what I still have to show you. Okay, so I just have showed you the configuration, but how does that impact on the document? This what I will show you later on. Okay. Any further question here? Okay. Okay, I will first show you the posting of one document for GL document posting. Yeah. Now we are fully ready to post the GL document for our company code. Go back and click on accounting and click on financial accounting, general ledger, posting, enter GL document. Now tell me, what is general ledger accounting document? Why we need this accounting document? Yeah, yes, that's correct. But like I wanna hear something different, something more. It's yeah, it's related to internal transactions or external transactions of the company. Santosh, do you agree? Yes, it is related to the internal transactions of the company. For example, if you withdraw the cash from the bank, so you have to record the transaction, or if you deposit the cash into the bank, you have to record the transaction as well. Also, you can adjust the accounts by using this function as well, to if the uh, if you want to balance any account, so you can also do the posting from this GL account document. So double click on that. There are various ways to post the GL document. You can also use the same transaction F-02. It's the same, yeah, it works like the same as it works in FP50. But FP50, its interface is much easier than the F-02. Double click on that. When you come first time on this screen, this is, you can notice this is the header level and this is the item level. So in the header level, the first thing you have to do is to change the company code. Click on the company code, switch company code, and choose the company code which belongs to you. FO01. Enter, and now it is Ford UK London. Yeah, give the date, period 10. Yeah, the system has already noticed. Now GL account, let's say the business example is that you have withdraw the cash from the bank. Yeah, choose the bank account. Bank is 1100. This is 1100 GL account. Choose the bank account is going to be credited or debited. We are withdrawing the cash. Yeah, it's credited or debited. Is credited. Yeah, it's credited. And then your cash account, because cash in hand is going to be debited. So choose the cash account 1000 and choose the debit 2000. This is the balance button. Yeah, balance. Yeah, when you press enter, okay, yeah, give the fiscal year 4. Now enter again. This is the warning actually I got from the system. Now the balance equals 0. Yeah, now you have the button for posting on the top, but SAP best practice is to simulate the button, to simulate the document first. Simulation will tell you if there is any error in the document, so you will know that. Also, you can notice document type is SA, exactly the same which you can read in the book, that SA will be the GL document. SA is the GL document. Yeah, I haven't selected, but this is the default value as I told you, and the number will be from 1, 0, 1 or 1. So click on simulate button. These fields are not mandatory. A reference and document header text are not mandatory. That's why I haven't given. Otherwise, if you want, you can give the reference like, that car or anything like that, or you can say wheels. Any information you can give as a reference. So click on simulate button. and this will show you how the document will be posted. Yeah, so this is the document overview. All the information which you can see like is understandable. Yeah, I have explained you everything. What is document type, what is company code, yeah, what is the period, 10 posting date is hours, fiscal year is 2013 because we are still in 2013. We are because we are using from April to March. And you understand the posting key. 50 is used for credit entry and 40 is used for debit entry. As you can also read the same information in the book. Yeah, post for GL account posting, debit is posting key 40 and credit is posting key 50. So that's the same information. And these accounts we have created 1100, 1000. There is no such information which is not understandable. Everything is understandable. Yeah, so click on post. When you do posting, the document number, even the document number I'm telling you in advance, that will start from 1. It will start from 1. So post. Document 10,000 was posted in company code FO01. Okay, now you have posted. You can display document display. You can display the document by click on the document and can display. So that's how you can display the document. Also, to see the transaction code for the display is FB03 is the transaction code to display the document. So that's how you can display the document. Also, if you post several documents, so you can see the line items as well. Yeah, to see the line items as well. For example, if there are 100 documents, so how can you see them in the list? In order to see them in the list, you can use the transaction code. Click on account FBL3N, and I believe you have to remember this transaction code. Display or change line items. Line item means document. Yeah, line item is the word which is used for documents. Because with the company code, choose here what is the status of the document. It is open or it is cleared or both, or all types of document items you want to select. Type items, layout, I will explain you what is layout. GL account, if you leave it blank, all the GL accounts will be selected. Execute, and this will show you the list of all the posting, but we have posted only one document, that's why you can see only one document here. And this is for display. You can also change it. You can double click on that, or you can click on change button, change document, whatever you want to do. If you double click on that and click on change button, you can change the value date, you can change the assignment, give the text. And this is the line item 002. If you click on that, you can, it is line item 001 now. And this button, by click on this button, you will see the document header. This will explain you the document header. You can see the reference wheels which we gave, and from this button you can have the document overview. Yeah, this will show you the document overview. So this transaction is very important. Yeah, GL FPL 3N for the GL account line item display. You will be understanding when we, because we will be using this a lot. And in order to see the balance, double click on display, display balance. Transaction is FS10N. Double click on that, and if you want to see the balance for the cash account, which is 1000, and execute, so this will show you the balance. Yeah, 1000 was 2000 was debited. Yeah, 2000 was debited. And further, if you double click on that, you will see the document number one. That's the document number we posted. Further, if you double click on that, so you will be on the document screen. Yeah, line item 002. Further, if you want to see the document overview, so you can call up document overview. SAP is good because of its drill down functionality. Yeah, you see, you just saw the balance. Yeah, and you have gone that far, even display of the document. Other softwares do not provide this functionality, but SAP provide this, that you can further go, further go, further go, and can see the origin of the document. Okay. And double click on that one thing. I just want to show you that there are two types of overviews of in the document. At the moment we are having data entry view, yeah, and if you click on general ledger view, so you will notice the general ledger view. This is the general ledger view, which will be more effective when we do the customer and vendor transactions. Is there any question? Okay. Okay, we have done three things, yeah. GL document posting, document display, display or change line item, and display balances, yeah. So four, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exactly the four things we will do in the customer and in the vendor. Okay, after the break.